All right, qualifier number 1, King Carlos, Theo, and Austin. Turn marshals will be 21-5 buggy.
Ten car Ted.
King, do you have a transponder? Haha, that's okay.
1 minute to the start of the race. $45
All right,
to
looking
the
for
start of the race.
21-5 to come on out and turn marshal this one.
$30 to the start of the race. Double C. $15 to the start of the race.
All right, got 3 out of 4 on track. Waiting for church to join the festivities. Also looking for a few more turn
Less than
marshals.
5.
Get my 21-5 group on track. I'll be riding Jordan, Julian, Steve, John, Craig.
King Arroyo.
All right, folks, got all 4 trucks on track. Looking for the rest of my 21-5 drivers. 21-5. I need you guys to turn marshal this race. That's Ryan, Jordan, Julian, Steve, Theo, John, and Craig. Looking for a few more turn marshals. At least maybe one over here in the middle, please. All right, folks. Well, we're going to get this one going. All right. And all 3 trucks on the clock. Short course truck off to a start. $15 seconds down, 4:45 left. Got Carlos going 19.3 on the opening pass. King going 22. Theo going 24. 30 seconds in. All right, Carlos Cortez lap number 2 on 19.1. Puts his pace currently at a 16.07. Got King going 14.04 so far. All right, Theo across the line, completing lap number 2. His pace, 13 laps. Still early here, 55 seconds in. All right, Cortez 16.07 for pace so far. Trouble for King. All right, so Cortez now going 18.5. A little trouble for Theo there, getting righted. 125 down, 335 left. All right, Cortez goes 18-3 that time by. So that puts Carlos's pace 16:02. Got Theo Lynn going 14:21. 150 down drivers, 3:10 to go. All right, this is race number 1 on track. Race number 2 is going to be 40 plus. All right, 225 in, 235 to go. Cortez 16:10. Got Lynn 14:11. King only getting 3 laps in the books. All right, we'll check in round number 2. If it's a 2-truck deal, we're probably going to cancel this class. We'll see what happens here for round number 2. All right, we got 2 minutes to go here. Carlos Cortez, 16:08 for pace. Theo Lynn, 14:10. All right, 40 plus heat 1 up next. All right, 1:30 remains, 90 seconds. Cortez that time by 18:0. Way to go. And a little tumble here. Got 1:15 left in this one. Cortez across the line. His pace now 16:10. 1 minute to go, drivers. 1 minute left. $50 seconds to go. Oh, Cortez using the dot as a double. That was definitely a nice dot double.
Austin Church.
Hey, I know that guy. 30 seconds to go. Might be a dead truck in the middle. Speed bump, guys. Dead truck. Careful, careful. Cortez. Nice move there, threading the needle. 15 seconds left. Whoa. Oh, man. Theo running out of gas. He did not fill that truck up with enough petrol. All right, that's a race, guys. Cortez, the last man standing, only truck to make it to the finish. You got to be tough to make it to the finish for short course. We've lost many good trucks. All right, moving on to race number 2. So we'll see what round 2 in short course looks like. If there's fewer than 3 trucks, I'm probably going to cancel it. I will need all 4 drivers to come on out and turn marshal. That's Cortez, Lynn, Arroyo, and Church. Also, maybe if I can get a couple of my expert guys to marshal this race instead, that'd be awesome.
Rice cakes.
This is going to be a live loop, so essentially it's going to be like staggered qualifying, but you get to choose when you start. Remember those choose your own adventure books? For selection A, flip to page 76. For selection B, flip to page 82.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Hey, if you selected C, oh boy.
Julian Taylor.
Okay, I got 2 turn marshals. I'm going to need some more, please.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Cool. All right, everybody's checked in.
30 seconds to the start
I
of the
need some
race.
turn marshals, guys. I need a little bit of help out here. All right, now I got Jeff out here. I see
15
Austin out
seconds
here.
to the start of the race.
Carlos is making his way out. Theo is making his way out. Do I got King out here?
Less than 5.
Okay. Well, in that case, say Theo, let's get you in the middle. Okay, you one more turn marshal maybe on the left side to help out there. We'll be good to go. One more of my expert guys. You can marshal this race instead of your normal race. Oh, we're going to have to go with it, guys. All right. Loop is going live. Hasn't gone live yet, but it will be. All right, BG, first one to start. Okay, got everybody on the clock now. All right, so Brian Gross starts things off with a 15-9. Got Julian 16-2, Kevin 16-6. David going 16-7, Omar an 18-0. BG lap 2, 15-8. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. That is clear. All right, 45 seconds in, 4:15 left. Ah, man, dead car possibly. All right, BG on top of the leaderboard, followed by Kevin. Omar will inherit the 3, Julian in the 4. 110 down, 350 remaining. Got Brian Gross 19.05 for pace. Got Kevin going 19.16. Omar 18.05. Julian on a 17. Last time by, Julian goes 15.9. Omar 16.2. Got BG at 15.9 last time by. Kevin's fastest lap here, 16.4. Got a minute 30 down, 3:30 left. All right, Bixler back in action. Got buck 45 down, 3:15 to go. Oh, careful in the rhythm section, guys. Go outside. Nice correction there from BG, throwing down a little style over that last double. All right, BG leading this one, 19.08, and yes, he is doing great. Kevin Allen, 19.16. What rhymes with 16? Omar goes 18.05, and he's looking alive. Julian, 18.16, as I said. And we got David Bixler right now working on his 3rd full lap. Got 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. So BG 2.7 up on Kevin. Kevin 1.2 ahead of Omar. Omar 5.8 ahead of Julian. Actually, that gap is now down to 4.5. 2:45 in, drivers, 2:15 to go. Careful at the speed bump, guys. Careful at the speed bump. And that's clearing up. Got 3 minutes in, 2 minutes to go. Brian 3.1 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 1.5 ahead of Omar. Omar 9 ahead of Julian. Minute 50 remains. All right, right, BG 1908. 3.5 ahead of Kev. Got Kevin 1.8 ahead of Omar this time around. Minute 30 remains here. Back straight, back straight, back straight. Careful on the back straight, drivers. That is clear. A minute 20 remaining. This is race number 2 on track. Got another heat of 40 plus up next. And 40 plus is a pretty competitive category here. There's no slow heat tonight. 4 minutes down, 1 minute to go, drivers. It's kind of the same story. Last 2 heats expert tonight are both pretty much all expert. 45 seconds left. BG 1909, 5.5 ahead of Omar. Omar 1916, he's 1.6 ahead of Kevin. Kevin on an 1801, he's 9 seconds up on Julian. Julian on 1813. And David working on lap number 11 right now. His fast lap, however, 16-1. 20 seconds to go, drivers. And Bixler once again 16-1 that time around. And BG going 16-1 that time by. Julian crosses the line with the 16-2. Keep going, drivers. Keep going.
Kevin Allen done. Rice Cakes done. Julian Taylor done. Omar Man and Salsa done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that'll be a race.
Grasshopper done.
BG goes 1909. Omar 1916. Kevin 1801. Julian 1810. David getting 14 laps. A bit of an unscheduled pit stop there. All right, we're moving on to race number 3 of the round. Our second heat of 40 plus. This one will be Martin, Mike, Carlos, Ryan, Art, Steve.
Ryan R. Randall. Mike Council. Martin White.
Careful in the rhythm, guys.
AJ Cardinale. Steve Loom. One minute to the start of the race. Double C.
All right, I got my turn marshals out here. Thank you guys for being prompt. This is 40 plus heat number 2. Got everybody checked in here. All right.
30 seconds to the start
Wait
of the
for
race.
A gap in the field here. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. That's
15
cool.
seconds to the start of the race.
All right, folks. It's about that time.
Less than 5.
Well, cool thing about crashing before the start finish line doesn't count. All right, folks. Fastest opening lap goes to Martin White, 16-1. He is driving the blue, orange, and white. making his way down the back straight. Lap number 2 for Marty, 16.2. Got Ryan going 16.8 on his opening lap. Argo 16.5 on lap number 2. Got Council going 16.5 on lap 2 as well. 45 seconds in, 4:15 to go. Martin White 15.9 that time around. All right, 1 minute down, 4 minutes remain. Careful in turn 1, drivers. Keep it inside. Okay, we got minute 10 down, 3:45 left. Right now it's Martin White out front, 19.06 is the pace. Got Ryan Randall, 18.04, Mike Council, 17.04, Art, 17.09, Steve, 17.12, Carlos, 16.15. Got minute 30 down, 3:30 left, drivers. $140 down, 3:20 left. Martin, Ryan, Mike, Art, Steve, and Carlos, your full running order. So Martin White now 19.12 for pace. Ryan Randall 18.14. Got Mike Council 18.15. Art Cardinale 17 flat. Steve Leung 17.01. Carlos Cortez 16.17. Mike Council that time by improving his pace, stepping into 18 lap territory. 18.12 the pace for Mike. And he improves the pace once again this time around. 18.10, moving up to the 2 spot. 2:30 down, drivers. 2:30 to go. White 19.11 for pace. Council 18.08. Randall 18.13. Cardinale 18.15. Leung 17 flat. And Cortez 16.11. 2:45 down, drivers. 2:15 left in this one. This is race number 3 on track. All right, race 3 on track. Got Stadium Truck up next. Your current order, we got White 7.5 ahead of Council. Council 3.6 ahead of Cardinale. Cardinale 2.2 ahead of Leung. Leung 4.7 ahead of Randall. Randall 10 seconds ahead of Carlos. 140 remains. White setting the bar here in this qualifier, 19.10. Right now, Martin White 1 second off a TQ set by Brian Gross. At Council 18.06, Cardinale 18.11, Leung 18.14, Randall 17.06, and Cortez 16.12. One minute to go, drivers. This time by White, 12 ahead of Council. Council 0.3 ahead of Cardinale. Cardinale 2.3 ahead of Leung. Leung 8.9 ahead of Randall. Randall 17 ahead of Cortez. 45 seconds remain. Martin White's pace now 19.10.4. In order to TQ round 1, it's going to take a 19.09.9. Martin White half a second off a TQ right now. 25 seconds left. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. All right, drivers, we got 10 seconds. Careful up front. And it's clear.
Mike Council done. Martin White done. Double C done. AJ Cardinale done. Steve Leung done. All drivers are finished.
You heard the man.
Ryan R. Randall done.
All right, Martin White, 18.01. Got our Cardinale, 18.12. Steve Leung, also 18.12. Mike Council 17 flat, Ryan Randall 1707, Carlos 1606. All right, folks, we are moving on to race number 4. All right, BG, Carlos, Jordan, Jeff, John, and Austin. This is Stadium Truck.
Too soon, Junior. Rice cakes. John Milio. Double C.
Careful in the rhythm, guys. Go a little wide. Go wide in the rhythm section. May need my drivers from that last group.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Careful in the rhythm section, guys.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, folks.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
I think this is it. It is? Okay, never
Less
mind.
than 5.
All right, folks. As soon as we get that truck back on its wheels, we'll get this show on the road. Drivers, we are going racing in less than 5. All right, Stadium Truck on track. All right, so BG's setting the fastest opening lap here, going 16.5. Got Jeff going 17.0, Jordan 18.0, 17.8 rather, Carlos 18.0, and John 20.2. 40 seconds in. BG crosses lap number 2 in the books. Ooh. Let's see. Jeff Miranda, lap 3, 17.0. His fast lap so far is 16.6. Got BG a 16.5, Jordan 16.9. Dot goes Clang. All right, 1 minute down. Careful at the speed bump, guys. Right now, it's going to be Jeff, Brian, Jordan, John, Carlos, no Austin. Now, minute 20 in, 3:40 to go. Back straightaway, guys. Back straightaway. .140 down, 3:20 to go. Right now, Jeff and Brian separated by 1/10 of a second. Got those guys 6.5 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 2.6 ahead of Carlos. Carlos 1.7 ahead of John. Got minute 50 down, 3:10 to go. BG now to the front. 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left. BG 16.1 last time by. Right now, Brian 5 seconds up on Jeff. Jeff 1.4 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 6 ahead of Carlos. Carlos 6 ahead of John. Yeah, Brian on 18.10. Jeff 17.06. Jordan 17.10. Carlos 16.03. John 15.02. 2:45 down, drivers. 2:15 left in this one. All right, 3 minutes down, 1 to go. All right, BG now 18:12, Jordan 17:06, Jeff 17:09, Carlos 17:18, and John 13:04. BG currently 7.6 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 1.4 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 6.6 ahead of Carlos. Carlos a couple laps up on John. Minute 25 remains. Closest battle here, Jordan and Jeff, 1 second apart. They're close on the racetrack as well. It's going to be blue truck versus pink truck. Minute 10 remains. $50 seconds to go. Brian, Jordan, Jeff, Carlos, John. Your full running order here. 40 seconds remain. BG now 18:09. 8.8 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 1.2 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 17 up on Carlos. Carlos 40 ahead of John. Wow, I got BG, Jordan, and Carlos all setting PRs that lap. BG going 16:0. Jordan going 16:8. Carlos going 16:8. These guys are drafting here. I guess the draft does affect stadium trucks. Bigger bodies. They displace more air. Bigger wheels, too. You can't forget about those big old fluffy pillow tires.
Jordan Rivera done. Double C done. Too soon Junior done. Rice cakes done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that'll be
John
a race,
Miller
guys.
done.
BG taking the victory here. 18:10. Jordan goes 17:01. Jeff 17:08. Carlos 16:02. And John 14:13. All right, moving on to our first heat of 17.5 buggy tonight.
King Arroyo.
So, yeah, if you guys noticed, the computer announces you as done. Kind of a nifty feature. We figured it out on the on-road computer a while back. The on-road computer does it. And it's kind of funny. Some of the guy stopped early. He was like, but you announced me as done. I'm like, dude, I didn't announce anyone as done. The computer did. And it didn't announce you as done. The joys of RC racing. Need a little help up front, guys. Careful in the chicane up front. All right, got a rogue transponder here. Get that figured
1 minute
out.
to the start of the race.
Yes, sir.
Carter Garcia.
All right, looking for a few more. Looking for a check from
45
Ryan and a
seconds to
check
the
from
start of the race.
Craig. Craig Oku, this is your qualifier.
Ryan R. Randall. 30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
Jeff, you have to hold the car higher. You have to hold it above your head.
Less than 5.
Way up there.
Craig Oku.
Can you take me higher? All right, let's see. Marshals. Do I have enough turn marshals? Let's see. I should have 5 of you guys out there. Cool. Cinco. All right, cool. All right, we're about ready to get this show on the road. It's our first heat of 17.5 buggy tonight. Going NorCal Nationals format. So we're going 5-minute quals. I think we're going to go 6-minute mains tonight, everybody. Give you that bonus minute. All right, King Arroyo starting things off 17.5 and a 17.2. Got Ryan Randall going 17.8 and a 17.1. Craig also starting off with a pair of 17s. 50 seconds down. All right, all of our guys have 3 laps in the books for the most part. King Arroyo on a 17.03. Ryan Randall also 17.03. Craig going 17.07. Carter 16.10. Martin 15.03. Theo 15.06. BG with the fancy footwork there. 130 down, 330 left. Right now it is Ryan and King battling for the top spot. Careful at the tabletop, guys. Approaching the tabletop. Careful at the tabletop, guys. 145 in, 3:15 to go. Careful at the speed bump. Got one down at the speed bump. 2 minutes down, drivers. 3 minutes left. Right now, King 17.02, Craig 17.05, Ryan 17.07, Martin 16.03, Carter 15.17, and Theo 14.08. We got 230 down, 230 to go here. This is heat number 1 of 17.5 buggy. Got 2 more heats of this category. 240 down, 222 go. Oh, turn one. First turn, guys. First turn, end of the straight. Yeah, it wasn't your fault. I don't think. I don't know. Were you the car that got hit or the one that was sitting there? Yeah, it wasn't your fault. Got a minute 40 to go, drivers. .330 down, 130 to go. All right, King 17.03, Craig 17.09, Ryan 17.13, Theo 14.06. Got a minute 5 left in this one, drivers. All right, King 17.05 leading the way. Craig about 3 seconds back. Got Ryan 2.8 behind Craig. And Theo 45 seconds behind Ryan. 35 seconds remain in this race. All right, King that time by goes 17-0. Way to go. 20 seconds left. King with a really good rhythm section that time by 17:04 now the pace. All right, time is about to expire here.
King Arroyo done. 10 Quartet done. Ryan R. Randall done. All drivers are finished. Craig Oka done.
All right, that'll be a race.
Arroyo
King
done.
goes 17:03.
10
Craig
Quartet
17:12. Ryan 17:13. Theo 14 flat. All right, folks, we're moving on to race number 6. That is our second heat of 17.5 buggy. That'll be Mike Ryan Art, Jordan Austin Rohan, Steve, and Omar.
Austin Church.
All right, I need a little help out there. Got one down just after the speed bump.
AJ Cardinale. Rohan Bungsal. Grasshopper. Steve Loom. AJ Cardinale. Grasshopper.
All right, if I can get my
Austin
drivers from the
Church.
previous group to come on out
Steve
and marshal. That'll be
1
King
minute to
Craig
the start of
Ryan,
the
Theo
race.
Martin Carter.
Omar Man and Salsa. Jordan Rivera. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Ryan Vernally. Rohan Bungsal. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, looks like I got
Less
my
than
marshals
5.
out here. Let's see. King, I got Craig, I got Ryan. Let's see. Got Martin there. Is Carter out there too? Is Carter out here? Carter. Carter. All right, folks, we are going to get this race on the road. Careful on the back straight. That is clear. All right, so we got Vernali starting off 16.5, Mononzala 16.6, Rabara 16.8, Church 17.0, Leong 17.1, Cardinale 17.1. Careful, back straight, put him on the inside, back straight. All clear. All right, folks. So out front, we got Rohan Bonsall on a 1911, Jordan on a 1914, Omar 1914, Ryan 1916, Art 1807, Steve 1808, David 1811, Austin 1706. All right, drivers, we got a minute 35 down. 3:25 to go. Jordan now to the top spot. Careful in the rhythm section. Go wide. Go wide in the rhythm. Jordan, Ryan, Omar, followed by Art, Steve, Rohan, David, and Austin. 2 minutes down, drivers. 3 minutes to go. $220 down, $240 to go. Jordan on 1913 got Art 1806, Steve 1807, Omar 1807 as well. Ryan 1814, Austin 17 flat, Rohan 1705, David 1708. Got Jordan going 16-1 at the stripe that time by. A little trouble for your race leader there. 245 in, 215 left. Ooh, Art with a lucky bounce. 3 minutes down, drivers. 2 minutes left. Jordan, Steve, Art, Omar, Ryan, David, and Austin, your 4 running order. Yeah, 320 down and $140 remaining. Jordan, 4 seconds up on Steve. Steve just 0.05 ahead of Art. Minute 30 to go. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. Mid-pack battle going strong here. Jordan about 5 seconds ahead of Art. Art 0.031 ahead of Omar. Omar 0.1 ahead of Steve, and that is changing by the lap here. Steve now 0.001 ahead of Art. Art just 0.3 ahead of Omar. So 2, 3, and 4, literally too close to call at the moment. That one might go down to the final lap. We got 45 seconds left, drivers. Jordan 1915, Art 1805, Steve 1805, Omar 1805, Ryan 1812, David 1815, Austin 1710. Got 30 seconds left. All right, Steve, that time by going 16-4. Jordan doing the same. All right, drivers, time has expired. Keep going. The computer will call you done.
Omar Man and Salsa done. Austin Church done. AJ Cardinale done. Ryan Vernally done. Steve Lung done. Grasshopper done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that'll be a race, guys. Jordan
Rivera
Rivera,
done.
1914. Steve goes 1804. Omar, 1805. Art, 1806. Ryan, 1809. David, 1812. And Austin, 1708. What kind of car does he have? So have him fill out a sign-up sheet. I'll come down and get it between rounds. Let me see. Let me tell you what race
Kevin
you'll be
Allen. Martin White.
in. You'll be in race number 5 next round. Race number 5.
Antonio Council. Jovi Levin. Rice Cakes. Too Soon Jr. Goompa. 1 minute to the start of the race. Mike Council.
All right, let's get our turn marshals to the track. All right, do I have 2 on this side, guys? Do I have 2 over here?
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. We're going to get this party started here.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, so Council starts off 15-3, Mirafuente 15-3, 11, you guessed it, 15-3. White goes 16-0, Council 16-3, Gross at 15-9. Got 30 seconds down, 4:30 to go. See lap number 2. Council going 15-2, 11 going 15-3, 1. So right now, Jovi out front by .04. It's time by. We got 15 ones out of our top 2 cars. 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go. Top 3 cars separated by 1/10 of a second. That's Antonio, Bryant, and Jovi. 110 down, 350 remains. All right, orange, blue, and black, orange, white. Gonna be your top 3 cars on the leaderboard, and they have found each other on the racetrack as well. 130 down, 330 left. Oh, one more A. Sorry, Austin. 140 down, 320 to go. Careful on the back straight, guys. That is clear. 155 down, 305 to go. Right now it's 11 out front by 0.6 of a second. Got Antonio 1.9 ahead of Bryant. Bryant 2.6 ahead of Brian. Brian 0.2 ahead of Martin. Martin 4.7 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 7 seconds. Well, okay, Jeff now 5 seconds ahead of Brian, who's 2 seconds ahead of Kevin, who's 0.7 ahead of Mike. 225 down, 235 to go. Oh, man, rough lap for 11 this time around. That he's going to put him back to the 3 spot for the time being. Yeah, Council 1.8 ahead of Mirafuente. Mirafuente 0.4 ahead 11. And that story changed quickly. Council now 1.9 ahead 11, 11.3 ahead of Mirafuente. 250 down, 210 to go. Antonio 2011, Jovi 2014, Bryant 2014, Martin 1908, Jeff 1803, Brian 1810, Kevin 1703, and Mike 1709. All right, fast lap being reset by Jovi, 15-0. Way to go. So right now it's Antonio 0.9 ahead 11, 11 1.8 ahead of Mirafuente. And that is a broken car. .130 remaining, drivers. Antonio, Jovi, Brian, Martin, Jeff, Brian, Kevin, and Mike, your 4 running order. Jovi with a mad whip over that last double. 1 minute to go, drivers. All right, now Council just 0.7 ahead 11. 11 1.4 ahead of Mirafuente. Mirafuente about 8 seconds up on White. White 12 ahead of Gross. Gross 6.5 ahead of Allen. Allen 6.6 ahead of Council. 40 seconds left, drivers. 30 seconds remaining. $20 seconds to go. It's time by at the stripe. It's close here. 11 and Council separated by half a second. 10 seconds left on the master time. All right, leaders are coming up on some traffic here. This time by 11 in the lead.
Antonio Council done. Martin White done. Jovi Levin done. Goompa done.
Whew.
Rice
At the end
done.
of that one, 11
All
takes it by
drivers are
4/10 of a second.
Kevin Allen done.
Council right with him. Mirfuente just 6/10 of a second off of Antonio. Top 3 cars, margin 1 second. Jovi 2011, Antonio 2011, Bryant 2012, Martin 1907, Brian 1806, Kevin 1810, Mike 1701, Jeff 11 laps in the books. All right, guys, moving on to 21.5 buggy. All right, this one will be Ryan, Jordan, Julian, Steve, Theo, John, and Craig.
John Milio. Julian Taylor. Ryan Vernally. 10 Carted. Craig Oku. Steve Loom.
All right, 21.5 buggy.
1 minute to the start of the race. Jordan Rivera. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
A little help on the right, help on the right. Careful on the right, right. There you go.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah, if you want Marshall next round, what's that race I need help on? Oh, yeah.
Less
Hey,
than
can
5.
somebody who's not in 40 plus swap with Brian here? Brian marshals this race. Maybe you marshal. Maybe if I can get one of you guys to marshal race 2 instead. Somebody want to swap with Brian here? Yeah, you're in that race too, Kev. Brian, go over there. Brian, you're marshaling race 2. Yes. Thank you, sir. All right, folks, we are going racing. All right, Jordan opens things up here. 16-4. Ryan goes 16-7. Julian a 16-8. Steve a 20. Craig going 18-3. Theo 19-5. John a 20. All right, we're 40 seconds in, drivers. All right, 50 seconds in, 4:10 to go. Julian Taylor on top of the leaderboard, followed by Ryan, Jordan, Steve, Craig, Theo, and John. Taylor holding down fast time here, 16-0. Got Ryan 16-4. Jordan 16-4. Steve a 17-1. Craig 18-3. Theo a 19-3. We're a minute 15 down, 3:45 to go. Paces got Taylor 19-12. Vernali 19-15. Rabar 17-02. Leung 16-04. Oku 16-02. Lin 16-19. And Emilio 14-10. Minute 35 in. 3:25 remains. All right, Jordan going 16-2. Got Ryan going 16-2 as well. A minute 50 down, 3:10 to go. Julian 19-14 in the works. Ryan 19-16. Jordan 18-10. Steve 17-13. Craig 16-12. Theo 16-15. John 15-12. Got just under 3 minutes to go, drivers. Back straight, careful. All right, 2:35 in, 2:25 to go. Right now, Taylor 4 seconds up on Rabar. Rabar 6.7 ahead of Vernali. Vernali 3.2 ahead of Leung. Sportsman Group, we got Theo leading the way, 4.7 ahead of Craig. Craig now 3.8 ahead of John. All right, drivers, we got 2 minutes to go. Julian's pace now 18:01. Jordan 18:06. Ryan 17:03. Steve 17:04. Theo 16:12. Craig 15 flat. John 15:08. Got a minute 45 remaining in this one. All right, this is race number 8 on track. So we'll go right back into race number 1 after this. All right, a minute 25 to go. Taylor 18 flat. He's 3.8 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 7 seconds up on Ryan. Ryan 1.3 ahead of Steve. Sportsman Group, we got Theo just 0.8 of a second ahead of Craig. Got just over a minute to go, drivers. One minute to go. Taylor on top of the leaderboard. 3.1 ahead of Rabar. Rabar 8 seconds ahead of Vernali. Vernali 1.4 ahead of Steve. And the Sportsman Group got Craig 1.3 ahead of Theo. Theo 2.9 ahead of John. 40 seconds to go, drivers. $30 seconds left. Careful at the speed bump, guys. Careful in the rhythm section, right in the middle. Careful in the rhythm section. Careful after the speed bump, guys.
Ryan Vernally done. 10 car Ted done. Steve Leung done. Jordan Rivera done. Julian Taylor done.
Little help on the back
Craig
straight.
Oku done.
Well, that didn't last long. All right, well, we'll call it a race. It's going to be Julian Taylor taking TQ of round 1, 18:02. Jordan goes 18:08. Ryan 17:01. Steve 17:05. Theo 15:01. Craig 15:05. John getting 14 laps in. All right, guys, we're going to move into round number 2. Take a few minutes here to set up the round, take a short break, and we'll get right back to it. All right, folks, round number 2, short course
1 minute
truck.
to the start of the race.
You guys are up.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I heard Cardinale saying something about selling more tickets. If you guys want to get some
15
tire
seconds
raffle
to the start
tickets,
of the race.
now's a good time to do so.
Less than 5.
Guaranteed winner, right? Yeah. All right, so Cortez is here. Are we going to have a short course class tonight?
Double C.
All right, if I can get some of my 21.5 guys out here for this one, maybe some of you guys for the next one. I definitely need some turn marshals for race 2.
Ten car Ted.
All right, so I believe we got Julian and Jordan out here. Maybe if I get 2 more from 21.5, have the rest of you guys marshal race 2.
King Arroyo.
All right, if I can get 2 more, let's see, one more marshal. And then we'll have the rest of you guys from 21.5 marshal race 2. Just need one more, guys, one more. Got Julian out here. I got Craig. I got Jordan. If I can get just one more, guys, just one more. All right, there we go. All right, so that means... yeah, Steve, Theo, Craig, and John, you guys will be marshaling race 2. All right, we'll get this party started. All right, so first lap for Cortez, the 19.4, but he is looking for more. All right, got King going a 30.5, hot lap. And we got Theo Lynn with a 26 flat. Cortez going 18.5, however. 18.5, looking alive. 50 seconds in. All right, Cortez 16.09 for pace. Got Theo Lynn, 12.13. King Arroyo, 11.04. All right, a minute 20 down, 3:40 to go. Cortez leads the way. All right, drivers, a minute 35 down, 3:25 remains. Hey, Theo, I think they may have determined your truck was broken. Well, we're down to 2. This is short course truck on the track. I'm sure you guys have heard the story about short course. There used to be a short course truck and a long course truck. Yeah, the long course truck didn't really survive. Looked kind of like a wiener dog. All right, 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. All right, 2:20 left. Carlos Cortez that time by 18-4. King Arroyo with a 50-50 grind. Oh, Carlos driving it van style off the wall. King Arroyo doing a front flip. That was like a swanton bomb. All right, minute 55 to go. Come on, King. No dot. No dot. 140 to go, drivers. Carlos Cortez, 15:01. Last round, he went a 16:07. A little faster in round 1. Minute 15 remains here, 75 seconds to go. All right, race number 2 is going to be our first tee to 40 plus. $55 seconds left, drivers. $45 seconds remaining. $25 seconds left. $18-3 last time by for Cortez. 18-3, way to be. Follows it up with an 18-4. Time has expired. Keep going until the computer tells you to stop.
Double C done. All drivers are finished.
That'll be a race,
King
guys.
Arroyo done.
Cortez finishing that one off 17-8. Doing great. I'll bring his pace to a 16-12. King finishing out that one 12-13. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, folks. We're moving in the 40-plus buggy.
Kevin Allen. Rice cakes. Grasshopper.
All right, folks. I'm going to need my guys from 21.5 buggy. I'm also going to need my guys from short course truck. So from 21.5 buggy, I believe Julian marshaled, Jordan marshaled. Ryan definitely marshaled. All right, so from 21.5,
1
I'm going to
minute
need
to the
Theo,
start of
Craig,
the
and
race.
John. Yeah.
Julian Taylor.
You're going to marshal for somebody? Okay. Oh, is he all right? What happened?
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, we got our marshals, got everybody checked in. So we're about ready to get this party started here. We're going to go live loop on the boop. Hey, Theo, where are you going? All right, we got Brian Gross 16-1, Kevin Allen 16-4, Julian Taylor 16-1, Omar 16-7. 30 seconds into this one, drivers. Oh, careful at the end of the rhythm section, folks. All right, 50 seconds in. Right now it's Taylor, Gross, Allen, Manansala, and Bixler, your full running order. So far, fast laps, we got 16-1s at Taylor, Gross, and Manansala. 16-2 from Allen, 16-8 from Bixler. That time by 15-5 for BG. Yeah. Good hustle, guys. Like to see both marshals going for it. It's a whole lot better than the standoff. All right, 130 down, 330 to go. BG 1905, Kevin 1912, Julian 1811, Omar 1703, and David 1608. Got 145 down, 315 to go. Go wide in the rhythm, guys. Go wide in the rhythm section. All right, 155 in, 305 to go. BG 3.2 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 9 seconds ahead of Omar. Omar 2.1 ahead of Julian, and Julian 6 seconds up on Dave. 210 down, 250 left in this one. BG 1904, Kevin 1912, Omar 1817, Julian 1703, David at 16. You got 235 left, drivers. That time around, Allen goes 16-1. Backs it up with another 16-1. $240 down, $220 left. All right, BG 3.8 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 10 ahead of Omar. Omar 2.6 up on Julian. Julian 14 ahead of Dave. 2 minutes left, drivers. Wow, Taylor there, 15-8. That lap was great. Got a $150 to go. All right, another 16-1, followed by another 16-1 from Kevin Allen. So, last 5 laps for Allen, 4 of them 16-1. There's a 16-5 in the middle of that group. Minute 25 to go. So, Brian 2.9 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 12 ahead of Omar. Omar 2 ahead of Julian. Julian 26 ahead of Dave. Got minute 10 remaining, drivers. Brian now 3 seconds up. 19:07 is his pace. 2 seconds up on his own TQ. Got Kevin going 19:12. Omar 18:10. Julian 18:14. And David a 16. Got 45 seconds left, drivers. Oh, Omar moving and grooving with it there. If you watch Omar in the driver's stand, he's shaking it. Oh, yeah. 30 seconds to go, drivers. Kevin Allen that time by 16,000. That's as close to a 15 as you can get. 10 seconds left, drivers. And another 16-0 for Kevin there.
Grasshopper done. Rice cakes done. Omar Man and salsa done. All drivers are finished. Kevin Allen done. Julian Taylor done.
All right. That'll be Brian Gross taking the W there. 19:08.5. 1.4 up on his own TQ. Got Kevin 19:11. Omar 18:08. Julian also 18:08 in the end. And David going almost 17 laps. All right, folks. We got 40 plus. Heat number 2 in warm-up. All right, I'm going to need my drivers from the previous group to come on out and turn marshal, please.
Martin White. Ryan R. Randall. AJ Cardinale. Mike Council. Double C.
All right, we're going to need my drivers from the previous group to come on out and turn marshal, please. Got one down at the speed bump.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, I'm looking for Brian, Kevin, Omar, Julian, and David. You are here. And so is Bixler. Careful in the rhythm, rhythm.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
BG has joined the chat. Got Kevin on the way.
"30 seconds to the start of the race.
Do I have Julian out there as well? Who else was in that one? Yeah.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Steve Loom.
Okay, let's get you to join Bixler on the East Coast. Careful in the rhythm, guys. Careful in the
Less
rhythm.
than 5.
Go wide. Wide, wide, wide. All right. We're going racing, folks. Okay, everybody off to a start here. This is our second heat of 40 plus. All right, Martin White going 15.9 on the opening pass. Cardinale 16.8, Council 16.9. And a little bit of the same on lap 2 for both Cardinale and Council. Martin White going 16.1. Leung is 16.6. Randall 17.3. Cortez 17.8. You got 50 seconds down, drivers. Martin White out front. That time around 16.1. I'll put his pace at a 19.05. 110 down, 350 to go. 15.8 that time by for Marty. That'll put his pace to a 19.04. Cardinale on an 18.02. Council also an 18.02. Leung 18.09. Randall 18.09. And Cortez 17.09. Got a minute 30 down, 3:30 left. Okay, we got 2 minutes in, 3 minutes to go, drivers. Right now, Martin White, 19.06. He's 6.4 seconds up on Steve. Steve, 0.6 ahead of Art. Art, 0.07 ahead of Ryan. We got Ryan, 6.5 ahead of Mike. Ryan now 5.7 ahead of Carlos, who is 0.8 ahead of Mike. You got 2:25 in, 2:35 to go, drivers. And Marty once again going 15.8. He's doing great. 19.05 is his pace. Cardinale going 16.6. Leung 16.8 last time by. 250 down, drivers, 2:10 to go. Marty 19.06 in the works. Art 18.05. Steve 18.05 as well. Ryan 17 flat. Mike 17.000. So Ryan and Mike both on 17 flats now. Carlos 17.05. Got a minute 50 to go, drivers. Martin White now 9 seconds up on the competition. His pace now 19.06, 2 seconds up on TQ. $3.30 down, drivers, 1:30 to go. Martin, Art, Steve, Mike, Ryan, Carlos, your full running order. And we got the leader down in the middle. We'll see how much time that cost him here. Just over a minute left. So Marty, a 20-second lap there, so losing approximately 4 seconds. I'll bring his pace down to a 19.11 for the time being. We'll see. Well, Martin White's going to line up second on the grid most likely. 40 seconds to go, drivers. Actually, Martin White might line up third on the grid. We'll see how this one finishes. Kevin Allen actually finishing 19.11 last race. 20 seconds left, drivers. All right, folks, keep on going. Keep going.
Steve Leung done. AJ Cardinale done. Mike Council done. Ryan R. Randall done. Double C done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that's a finish.
Martin White
White finishes 19.14. That will put him third on the grid. Got Steve finishing 18.06. That'll put him fifth on the grid. All right, Art goes 18.08. Mike 18.10. Carlos 17.06. Ryan 17.08. All right, folks. So 40 plus might be a Superman.
Too
just
soon,
letting you guys
Junior.
know. It might be a Superman. Yeah, 11 cars.
Rice cakes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at 40 plus,
Jordan
and
Rivera.
everybody here is competitive. Like, I think 11 cars will be fine. There's no
Double
turkeys
C.
here.
John Milio.
Okay, you're all turkeys then. All right, I'm going to need my turn marshals
1
out here,
minute to
please.
the start of the
If I get all
race.
my drivers from the previous group.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. Jordan Rivera.
All right, I need a little help on the
30
West Coast,
seconds to
please.
the
Need a
start
few
of the
more turn
race.
marshals.
Rice cakes. Double C.
Looking for Marty, Steve, Art, Mike, Carlos, Ryan.
"15 seconds to the start of the race.
Looking for a few more turn marshals, guys. Looking for a few more.
Less than 5.
I'm looking for Martin, Steve, Art, Mike, Carlos, Ryan.
Too soon Junior.
I need one up front. I need a turn marshal up front. There we go. All right, folks. He's got Marshall from the driver's stand with his truck. All right. We're going racing. All right, everybody off to a start here. This is Stadium Truck on the road. BG 16.2, Jeff 16.5, Jordan 17.5, Carlos 17.7, and John 19.4. We're 30 seconds in. All right, BG 19.15 in the works. Miranda goes 18.05, Rabara 18.14, Cortez 17.04, Emilio 16.06. We're 55 seconds in, 4:05 to go. Cortez falling off the side of the hill. $105 in. BG 19.13 in the works. Almost a lap up on his prior TQ pace. Got Jordan going 18.12. Jeff is 17.03. John 15 flat. Carlos 15.05. 125 in. 3:35 to go. BG holding down fast lap. 16.2. Got Jeff going 16.3. Jordan 17.0. Carlos is 17.7. John 18.6. And as I'm speaking, Carlos goes 17.0. Brian goes 15.9. And Jordan goes 16.8. All right, folks. Got 2 minutes down. 3 minutes to go. Brian Gross 19.12. Jordan Rabara 18.11. Jeff Miranda 18.13. Carlos Cortez 16.03. John Milio 16.07. Cortez a bit of a tumble there. 2:20 down, 2:40 to go, drivers. Brian, Jordan, Jeff, John, and Carlos, your 4 running order. All right, 2:50 down, 2:10 to go. Brian, Jordan, Jeff, John, Carlos, your full running ODA. BG on a 1913, Jeff 1812, Jordan 1813, Carlos 1604, John 1606. Got a minute 40 remaining here, drivers. BG, Jeff, Jordan, Carlos, John. All right, 340 down, 120 to go. $105 to go, drivers. All right, 50 seconds remains here. Brian Gross going 1915, Jeff Miranda 1811, Jordan Ribara 1701, Carlos 1717, John 1603. Got BG 7 seconds up on Jeff. Jeff 7.3 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 12.9 up on Carlos. Carlos 5.5 ahead of John. 30 seconds to go, drivers. This is race number 4 on track. Got race number 5, our first heat of 17.5 buggy up next. Five seconds left, drivers. Keep on going. Keep on
Rice
going.
cakes done.
So BG finished already, 1801. Everybody else still alive.
Too soon Junior done. John Milio done. All drivers are finished.
That'll be a
Jordan
race, guys.
Rivera
Brian
done.
Gross, 1801. Jeff
Double C
Miranda,
done.
1809. Jordan Ribara, 1816. Carlos, a 1715. John, a 1610. All right, moving on to race number 5. Race number 5.
King Arroyo. Carter Garcia.
All right, I'm going to need my turn marshals, drivers from Stadium Truck. This is 17.5, buggy heat number 1, race number 5 of the round. King
Martin
Craig,
Arroyo.
Ryan Theo, Martin, and Carter, your full running order.
10 car Ted. 1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, looking for a few more cars to get checked in here.
Ryan R. Randall.
End of the straight, guys. Be careful.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, this is race number 5. Race number 5.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Looking for a few more cars here. Looking for a few more drivers to get checked in.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Just put your car on the track and start driving.
Less than 5.
All right, folks. Well, I guess that's it. No Craig? Okay, and then I got a new driver here. Can I get your name? Yeah. And what's your last name?
King Arroyo. Carter
All right,
Garcia.
go ahead and do a lap, guys. Go ahead and do a lap.
Martin Arroyo. Craig Oku. Ryan R. Randall.
Yeah, it must be.
Andoni Iribarren.
All right, folks, got everybody checked in. So we're going to go live loop drivers. Your time will begin when you cross the line. So, King, you were too close to the line, so it didn't count. You have to be at least 6 feet back from the line, King. All right, so we got Carter starting things off with a 17.3. Ryan goes 17.3. Craig an 18.5. Theo 19.2. Martin an 18.5. All right, 35 seconds in. All right, now it's Craig out front, followed by Carter, Ryan, Martin, Theo, King, and Andoni. Need help in the rhythm section, guys. Yeah, John, if you can help Brian out in the middle there, that'd be much appreciated. All right, we got Ryan Randall out front. 17-18 in the works. Scott Martin, 16.05. All right, a little bit of adjustments there. Okay. All right, so Martin out to the front, 16.05. Ryan, 16.12. Theo, 16.16. Craig, 16.19. King, 14.02. Carter, 14.05. Andoni, 14.17. We got buck 45 down, drivers 3:15 to go. All right, Ryan Randall going 16.7, backing it up with another 16.7. 2 minutes down, drivers. 3 minutes remaining. We got one down by the tabletop there. Cool, thank you, Jordan. We got 2:20 down, 2:40 to go. Ryan Randall right now, 4 seconds up on Craig. Craig 5 up on Theo. Theo 0.9 ahead of Carter. Carter 2.4 ahead of Martin. Martin 4 seconds up on King. And King 10 seconds up on Andoni. We got a minute 35 down, 2:25 remaining. Ryan Randall 17-15 in the works. He's driving that white and pink car through the rhythm section. Careful in turn one. Careful turn one, guys. All right, drivers, a minute 50 to go. Ryan currently 4 seconds ahead of Craig. Ryan on a 17-12. Craig going 16 flat. Carter 16-10. King 15-02. Martin 15-03. Theo 15-18. Andoni 13-10. Got a minute 30 left in this one. So Ryan 5 ahead of Craig. Craig 6 ahead of Carter. Carter 9 ahead of Martin. Actually, Carter 6.9 ahead of King now. King 2.5 ahead of Martin. Martin 11 seconds up on Theo. Theo a lap up on Andoni. Got a minute 10 to go, drivers. Careful ending the tabletop, guys. That is clear. Just over a minute left. Careful on the back straight, guys. Clear. 50 seconds remain, drivers. All right, 40 seconds left. Ryan, Craig, Carter, Martin, King, Theo, Andoni, your full running order here. 30 seconds to go. Careful on the back straight, guys. Careful on the back straight. And the coast is clear. All right, drivers, 10 seconds to go. Craig Oku on top of the leaderboard.
Ryan R. Randall done.
Keep going, guys. Ryan is the only one done.
Craig Oku done. Carter Garcia done. King Arroyo done. Martin Arroyo done. Andoni Iribarren done.
All right, we got one car to go.
All drivers are finished.
Ah, well. Sorry, Theo, the computer timed out. Let's see if it counts you here.
10 car Ted done.
There we go. Wow, hell of a last lap there, Theo. All right, folks. It's going to be Craig taking that one, going 17-12. Carter going 17-16. Ryan 16-01. Martin 16-18. King 15-01. Theo 15-45. And Andoni 13-21.
Ryan Vernally. Grasshopper. AJ Cardinale.
All right, folks. I'm going to need all of my drivers who just drove in that last race to come
Austin
on out
Church.
to the track to turn marshal.
Steve
All right,
Ray.
this is going to be heat number
Omar Man
2
and
of
Salsa.
17.5 buggy tonight.
Jordan Rivera.
Jordan, Steve, Omar, Art, Ryan, David, Austin, and Rohan. All right, turn marshals for this race.
Rohan Bungsal.
Turn marshals will be Craig,
1
Carter,
minute to the
Ryan,
start
Martin,
of the
King,
race.
Theo, and Andoni.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15
All
seconds
right.
to the start of the race.
Our marshals got our cars grouped up here, so we are going racing in less than 5. Help up front. Thank you, Craig. All right, fastest opening lap, Rohan Bonsal, 15.8. Got Omar going 16.4, backing it up with another 16.4. Vernali starts with a 16.4. Bixler 16.5. Ribara 16.5 as well. 45 seconds in the books. Right now it's that red car. Rohan Bonsall out front, followed by Omar, David, Steve, Art, Austin, Jordan, and Ryan. These guys working on their third lap here. All right, so Bonsall's pace presently at 19.09. Omar going 19.11. Steve 18.09. David 18.10. Austin 18.13. Art also 18.13. Jordan 17.09. Ryan 16 flat. 1:15 down, drivers. 3:45 remain. Rohan 0.9 of a second ahead of Omar. Omar 2 seconds ahead of Austin. Austin 0.3 ahead of David, who's 0.03 ahead of Steve. Steve right now battling with Art. They are about 2.5 seconds ahead of Jordan, who is 5 up on Ryan. Got a minute 40 down, 3:20 to go. Bonsall, Manansala, Church, followed by Cardinale, Leung, Bixler, Ribara, and Vernali. Your current running order. With the $1.50 down, 3:10 to go. And Manansala now to the top spot. 18 flat is his pace. Got Rohan 18.04, Austin 18.06, Steve 18.06, Art 18.07, David 18.10, Jordan 18.10, Ryan 17.06. 2:15 down, drivers, 2:45 to go. All right, 2:35 remains. Rohan, Steve. Oh, Steve now to the front. So Steve, Omar, Art, Rohan, all within 1 second. Whoa, almost tripled. 2:40 down, 2:20 to go. All right, Omar Manansala to the front this time by 0.2 ahead of Steve. Steve 0.3 ahead of Art. Art 0.2. Oh, Steve now 0.2 of Rohan, who is 1/10 ahead of Art, who's 7/10 ahead of David, who is 1.5 ahead of Jordan. Top 6 cars within 3 seconds. Omar 18.03, Steve 18.03, Rohan 18.03, Art 18.04, David 18.05, Jordan 18.08, Ryan 18.13, Austin 17.15. Got a minute 35 to go, drivers. Yeah, top 7 cars, 18 laps. Minute 20 remaining here. Omar currently 0.3 ahead of Rohan. Rohan 1.3 ahead of David. David 0.05 ahead of Art. Art 2 ahead of Steve. Steve 4 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 1.1 ahead of Jordan. Got just over a minute to go, drivers. So right now it is looking like positions 5 through 8 up for grabs here on the grid. 45 seconds remaining, drivers. And a little trouble for Steve there, ending up on the wrong side of the tracks. Good thing he still has his wheels. 30 seconds to go. All right, 20 seconds left. So we got Omar 18.02, David 18.02, Rohan 18.03, Art 18.04. Still very close out here. Gonna come down to this final lap. These are positions 6 through 8 up for grabs at the moment.
Omar Man and Salsa done. AJ Cardinale done. Ryan Vernali done. Grasshopper done. Steve Leung done. Rohan Bungsal done.
And that one did
All
come down to the final
finished.
lap. Omar taking
done.
that qualifier, 18.04.5. Art going 18.05. David 18.07. Rohan 18.09. Ryan 1814, Steve 1815, Jordan 1816. So, looks like Omar moving up to the 6th spot overall. Art moving up to the 8 overall. All right, we'll see how race number 7 goes. So, on the outside looking in right now, going to be Brian Gross, Kevin Allen, Mike Council.
Kevin
Those guys need a run.
Too soon, Junior.
As does Jeff Miranda. Oh, Jeff really needs a run.
Mike Council.
All right, folks. If I can get my drivers
Martin
from the
one.
previous race, Omar, Art, David,
Antonio
Rohan, Ryan,
Council.
Steve, Jordan, Austin.
Rice Cakes.
I'm going to need you guys to turn
Joey
marshal,
Lemon.
please.
Goompa. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, our marshals making their way out here. Everybody's checked in. All right, folks, we are going racing. Okay, everybody off to a start here. Lap number 1. Council of 15-1. Mirafuente 15-3, a 15-4. Martin 16-4, Brian 16-3. Jeff is 16-8, Kevin 17-1, Mike 20. 30 seconds down. Mirafuente lap 2 of 15-2, same with 11. Council going 15-9 on the second lap. 45 seconds in, 4:15 left. Wow, 11 of 15-1 that time by. That puts him on top of the leaderboard. 11's pace presently 20:05. Bryant 20:07. Antonio 20:12. Martin 19:06. Brian 19:07. Jeff 19:12. Kevin 18:02. Micah 17:07. All right, folks. 110 down, 3:50 to go. Jovi Bryant to Antonio. Martin, Brian, Jeff, Kevin, Mike. Bryant last time by a 15-2. Pushing his pace to a 20:07, same as Jovi. Antonio about 6/10 back at this junction of the race. His pace to 20:10. Martin a 19:04, Brian 19:08, Jeff 19:14. Kevin 18 flat, Mike 18:13. Got just about a minute 45 in, 3:15 to go. Got leaders making their way through traffic. Black and orange is your leader. Blue second place. All oranges are third place. Oh, and Bryant launches it. All right, 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left. Jovi now 1 second up on Antonio. Antonio 2.9 up on Bryant. Bryant 0.3 ahead of Martin. Martin 1.5 ahead of Brian. Brian 1.4 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 3.4 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 3.8 ahead of Mike. Okay, we got 2:30 down, 2:30 to go, drivers. Jovi this time by 20:09.6. Antonio 20:10.9. Brian 19:03. Martin 19:04. Brian 19:06. Jeff 19:10. Kevin 18:01. Mike 18:10. We got 2 minutes to go here. Jovi now half a second ahead of Antonio. Antonio 5 seconds ahead of Bryant. Bryant 0.003 ahead of Martin. Martin 1 second ahead of Brian. Brian 6 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 0.3 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 4.3 ahead of Mike. Got a minute 40 left, drivers. A minute 30 remains. TQ of round number 1 at 2011.2. Right now 11 on 2010.0. Antonio 2010.8. Got Bryant 1902. Martin at 1904. Brian 1907. Jeff 1916. Jeff 1803. Mike 1805. 110 to go, drivers. Jovi now 0.9 ahead of Antonio. So you got leaders coming up on traffic here. Black and orange is your leader. Second place is solid orange. Third place is solid blue. 45 seconds remaining, drivers. Leaders have a bit of clear track ahead now. $40 seconds left. I don't know. They might catch this next pack before the end of this one. Like right at the end if they do. 30 seconds remain. This time by at the stripe. 11-15-4. Council 15-4. Mirafonte 15-4. White 16-1. Gross 16-1. Allen 16-2. Got Miranda going 15-6 last time by. 3 seconds left, drivers. Keep on going. Got 21-5 buggy up next.
Too Soon Jr. done. Kevin Allen done. Martin White done. Mike Council done. Jovi Levin done.
That'll be a race, guys.
Antonio Council done. All drivers are finished.
All right, so it's going to be
Rice
Jovi
done.
taking the victory there, followed by Antonio, Martin, Brian, Jeff, Kevin, Mike. Jovi goes 2009 to improve on TQ. Antonio goes 2011. Martin 1905. Brian 1909. Jeff goes 18 flat. Kevin 1801. Mike 1806. All right, moving on to 21.5 buggy. 21.5. Julian, Jordan, Ryan, Steve, Theo, Craig, and John, your drivers in this one.
Julian Taylor. John Milio.
All right, may need a little bit of help in the middle, guys. Need a little help in that rhythm section.
10 car Ted.
All right, if I can get my drivers from that last race to come on out. I need your help.
Ryan Vernally. Steve Loom. 1 minute to the start of the race. Jordan Rivera. Craig Oku. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start
All right,
of the
we're
race.
looking for turn marshals. I'm looking for Jovi, Antonio, Martin, Brian, Jeff, Kevin, Mike, and Bryant.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I got Kevin, I got Brian, I got Mike.
Less than 5.
I got somebody down here. All right, we got our bases covered, it looks like. All right, it's time to go racing. All right, this is 21-5 buggy on track. All right, Ryan Vernali, fastest opening lap, 16.5. Got Julian 16.7. Steve is 17.1. Craig 18.1. John 18.1 as well. Steve, lap number 2 is 16.8. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. Hey, don't tell him to hurry up. He's doing the best he can. 55 seconds in. That's right. We got a tire raffle, guys. That'll be happening after this race. Julian Taylor now to the top of the leaderboard. 18.01 is his pace. Careful at the end of the rhythm section, guys. Got a minute 15 down, 3:45 left. Steve Leung now out front. 18.09 is his pace. Got Ryan going 18.11. Julian 17.16. Jordan 15.06. John going 17.11. Craig of 14.14. Theo 13.18. Back straight, guys. Careful on the back straight. $145 down, 3:15 left. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. Careful in the rhythm section. Careful in the rhythm section. 2:05 down, 2:55 to go. Steve, Julian, Ryan, Jordan, John, Theo, Craig, your full running order. Straightaway. All clear. $240 down, $220 to go. So Ryan Vernali now to the top spot. Oh, Ryan is 3 seconds ahead of Julian. Julian 0.2 ahead of Steve. Steve 4.3 ahead of Jordan. Sportsman Group, we got John quite a bit up on Theo and Craig. 3 minutes down, drivers. 2 minutes to go. All right, minute 45 left. Bernali 18.13 in the works. Leung 17.03. Leung 17.03. Taylor 17.08. Jordan also 17.08. John 16.09. Craig 14.09. Theo 14.12. Got a minute 30 to go, drivers. A minute 20 remains. Vernali 5 seconds ahead of Leung. Leung 2 seconds ahead of Taylor. Taylor 0.3 ahead of Rabara. Got just over a minute to go, drivers. Ryan 18.11. Julian now 17.03. Jordan 17.04. Steve 17.05. John 16.17. Craig 15.20. Theo 14.05. $35 seconds remaining. $20 seconds to go. right, closest battle to the finish now. It's going to be Jordan versus Steve. These guys just
Jordan
tenths of a
done.
second apart here coming into the final lap.
Steve Lung done. John Milio done. Craig Oka done. Ryan Vernally done. 10 car Ted done. All drivers are finished.
All right, Ryan Vernally takes
Taylor
this one going 18-12. Julian goes 18-19. Jordan 17 flat, Steve 17-01. John 15-01, Craig 15-08, Theo 14-11. All right, folks, take a short break here. We'll get the main events sorted out. And I'll let you guys know more details in just a few minutes. All right, folks. So this is how we're going to play the game tonight. Got short course coming up first, followed by 40 plus. Then we're going to go C main, B main, A main, followed by 21.5, then stadium truck. So we're going to take 2 cars from each lower main in the next one. We're going to do a Wednesday night style. Top 2 go to the next main. 3 through 5 will be the podium shot for the lower mains. All right, and we're going to need volunteer help to marshal race number 2. All right, guys, we'll get started. Let's say 9:25. 9:25, we'll get started.
Austin Church. Sixteen three. 15-5. 23.9. 16-4. 16-1. 10 car Ted. Andoni Iribaran. 27.6. 57.3. 25.2. 'John Milio. 18-9. 16-9. 22.5. 126.9. 15-1. 20 flat. 27.2. 16 flat. 19-1. 15-2. 22.4. $22.7. $18.9. Rohan Bungsal. $138 flat. $128.3. 17.2. King Arroyo. $23.4. $16.4. $18.5. 58.5. 110.3. $59.8. 16.8. 19.6. $18 flat. 16.8.
All right, folks, it's about that time. We're going to start calling up race number 1.
57.3.
No. Actually, let's see. Carlos might have just left the building, so. Oh boy. Well, Carlos has left the building, so we're going to cancel short course. So, with that being said, we will give you guys a few more minutes, but we're going to go right in the 40 plus. 40 plus buggy will be the first race up now. Turn marshals will be stadium truck. I will still need some volunteer help for race number 2. So Theo did make it to the track with this truck, so I'm going to recognize Theo as the winner. All right, folks. So, first race up, we're going to get our 40 plus A main. So, this will be a full house, 10 cars. All right. Well, unless Rohan is able to magically age like 25 years in the next 5 minutes. You know, some time back we did do a junior buggy category.
Martin White. Rice Cakes. Mike Council. Omar Man and Salsa. AJ Cardinale. 1 minute to the start of the race. Julian Taylor. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I am going to
Ryan
need
R. Randall.
21.5 buggy to come on
Kevin
out,
Allen.
Marshall. Also going to need all the help I can get.
Steve Loom.
Actually,
30
stadium
seconds
truck,
to the
sorry.
start of the race.
Force a habit. Stadium truck,
Grasshopper.
I'm going to need you guys and all the help I can get. All right, Brian's in this one. So I'm going to need Jeff, Jordan, John, Austin, and a couple volunteers.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All
Less
right, I
than
mean, need
5.
one more turn marshal up front and maybe one more on the right as well. All right, can I get one more marshal up front and can I get one more marshal on the right? I'm going to need one more up front and one more on the right, please. All right, Theo, your choice. All right, I think I just need one more on the right and we're good to go. Can I get one more on the right, please? One more person on the right. We'll be good to go. Do we got it? Okay. All right, lineup's going to be Brian 1, Kevin 2, Martin 3, Omar 4, Steve 5, Julian 6, Art 7, Mike 8, Ryan 9, David 10. All right, this should be a good main event here. Like I said earlier, no turkeys in this one. All right, got my turn marshals out here. Thank you guys very much. We are going racing here. Less than 5. Here we go. That's going to be BG out front. White in the 2 spot. Back straight, back straight. Need a little help? Thank you, sir. 25 seconds in. Race leaders making their way out of the rhythm section. It's going to be BG out front, followed by White and Manan Sala in the 3 spot. Got Council in the 4, followed by Taylor, Allen Cardinale, Randall Young, and Bixler. 45 down, 4:15 remains. And Martin White to the front. Ooh, it is close out front. White just ahead of Gross, making their way through that rhythm section. Got him on solid, just about 2 seconds back. 1 minute down 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. Your race leader, Martin White, just ahead of BG. Down the back straight they go, half a second apart. Gap back to Omar is 2.8. Careful up front, guys, up front. Careful up front, careful up front. Careful up front in the chicane. 135 in, 425 remains. Martin White able to get away a bit here. All right, 145 in, 415 to go. Rhythm section, careful in the rhythm, guys. Go wide. All right, leaders are starting to approach traffic now. Race leaders, the blue, orange, white. Second place is the yellow, blue, white, and orange. Third place car will be silver, orange, blue. 2 minutes down, 4 minutes to go, drivers. This is our 40-plus A main on track. Starting things off with a bang in our main event. One of the most competitive classes here at NorCal. Careful up front, guys. Careful up front on the right. That's clearing up. Got leaders coming through traffic, guys. That's Marty White, Brian Gross, your top two. Slicing and dicing. 2:30 down, 3:30 to go. All right, Martin White, 2.5 ahead of Brian. Brian, 5 up on Omar. Omar, 1.6 ahead of Kevin. Kevin, a 2.5 ahead of Mike. Mike, 6 up on Julian. Julian, 0.1 ahead of Art. 2.6 ahead of Steve. Steve, 1 ahead of Ryan. Ryan, 4 ahead of Dave. Got 3 minutes down, drivers. 3 minutes to go. This time by. Gap between your leaders, 2.8. Got battle shaping up for the 3 spot here. Kevin just 1.8 back of Omar. Got Council just inside the top 5. 3:20 down, drivers. 2:42 go. Martin, Brian, Omar, Kevin, and Mike, your top 5. Followed by Julian, Art, Steve, Ryan, David. Wow, Julian Taylor, new hot lap. 15.8. Doing great. 2:20 to go. Careful up front, guys. Careful up front. All clear. All right, 3:50 down, 2:10 to go. Martin White, 2.7 ahead of Brian Gross. Brian, 8 up on Omar. Omar, 0.8 ahead of Kevin. Careful, turn 1. All clear. In the middle, rhythm. Careful in the rhythm, drivers. Careful in the rhythm. We got 1:50 to go. All right, Martin White coming up on some traffic here. Brian Gross will be coming through shortly after. Brian about 2.8 back. So we got leader through the rhythm. Second place now through the rhythm. 1:20 to go, drivers. A minute 15 remaining. Got the leader coming up on Council here. BG upside down, rhythm section, guys. Go outside. That's starting to clear up. Be careful. All clear. 1 minute to go, drivers. This time around, Martin White, 7 seconds up. Got BG about the same up on Kevin. Kevin 1.4 ahead of Omar. Omar 0.6 ahead of Council. And they're caught in a leader sandwich here. Or I should say leader caught in a lopper sandwich. I don't know. Do you call it a bread sandwich? I digress. 30 seconds to go, drivers. Oh, Omar takes a tumble, ending up on the wrong side of the tracks. 15 seconds to go, drivers. Careful on the right. Careful on the right. Up front on the right. Be careful, guys. Be careful up front on the right. 5 seconds to go.
Grasshopper done. Julian Taylor done. Omar Man and Salsa done. Rice Cakes done. Steve Lung done. Ryan R. Randall done. AJ Cardinale done. Martin White done.
All right, that'll be a
Kevin
race, guys.
Allen
That
done.
will be a race.
Mike Council done.
Martin White taking that one. Kevin Allen in the 2 spot, and Mike Council on that final podium position. Yeah, I thought Brian was. Yeah, I thought Brian was second. Yeah, 1 second. Let me look into that.
Rice Cakes done.
Okay, so final order gave me Martin White, Brian Gross, Kevin Allen on the podium. Rest of the order: Mike, Omar, Steve Art, David Julian, and Ryan.
Rice Cakes done.
All right, moving on to
Martin
our C main event.
Austin Church. Carter Garcia.
That'll be Austin, Craig
Ryan R.
Ryan,
Randall.
Carter, Martin, Theo, and Donnie. Podium: Martin, Brian, and Kevin.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, this one's going to be Austin, Craig, Ryan, Carter, Martin, Theo, and Donnie.
45 seconds to the start
Turn
of the
marshals will be 40 plus.
race. Craig Oku. .30 seconds to the start
Okay,
of the
top
race.
2 drivers in this one advance to the next race. 3 through 7 get to turn marshal. All right,
15
line up for this
seconds to
one.
the
We're going to put
start of the
Austin
race.
on the 1, Craig on the 2, Ryan on the 3, Carter 4, Martin 5, Theo 6, and Donnie 7.
Less than 5.
Hey, you heard
10
the guy,
car
less than
10.
5. Chop, chop.
Andoni Iribaran.
All right, grid's almost good. Looks like I got most of my marshals, if not all of them. I got most of them. All right. We are going racing. Drivers, best of luck. Top 2 transfer. We'll be racing in less than 5. Here we go. All right, restart. I think everyone made contact on that one. Little help. All right, folks. Grid is good. Take 2 in less than 5. Ooh, nice landing. Oh, trouble for Church. Or no, it's trouble for Garcia, rather. I don't know. These guys keep switching bodies. 25 seconds in, 5:35 to go. It's going to be Austin Church out front. Ryan Randall in the 2 spot, about 4.8 seconds back. Martin Arroyo moves his way up to the 3, 2 seconds behind Ryan. Carter 3 seconds back of Martin. Andoni 1.2 behind Carter. Craig 1.2 behind Andoni. And Theo 1.9 behind Craig. 55 seconds down, drivers. 5:05 to go. All right, a minute 10 down, 4:50 remains. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. Careful in the rhythm. So we got Church 5 seconds up on Ryan. Ryan 7 seconds up on Martin. Martin 4 seconds ahead of Craig. A minute 45 in, 4:15 to go. Craig now moving up to the 3 spot, and Donnie moving into the 4, followed by Carter, Martin, Theo. Meanwhile, Austin Church out front, 22 lap pace here. He is 9 seconds ahead of second place. Your second place car, Ryan Randall, 11 seconds ahead of third. Careful on the back straight, guys. Go high. Go wide. That is clear. .225 in, 3:35 left. Austin followed by Ryan, Craig, Carter, Martin, Andoni, Theo. Things getting kind of spread out here. Yeah, Church 7 seconds up on Ryan. Ryan 11 up on Craig. Craig 7 up on Carter. Carter 7.6 ahead of Martin. Martin 7.3 ahead of Andoni. But Andoni 1 second ahead of Theo. All right, 2:55 remains. Careful in turn 2. That's clearing up. .240 remains in this one, drivers. Back straight, back straight. And that was your race leader there. Taking a trip onto his lid. Ah, your earbuds get caught. Oh, man. Well, that's a horrible way to lose a lap. All right, well, we got 2 minutes to go, drivers. All right, guys, a minute 50 to go. Well, Church now 3 seconds ahead of Randall. Randall 12 seconds ahead of Craig. Craig 15 ahead of Martin. Martin 21 ahead of Theo. Theo 2 ahead of Andoni. Andoni about 3 up on Carter. Carter now moving his way up to the 6. Got a minute 30 to go here, drivers. Minute 15 remains. So, yeah, that is Ryan Randall driving the topless car. We got 1 minute to go here. So, we got leaders coming up on traffic here. Traffic getting into Church there. So that isn't going to allow Ryan Randall to take the top spot. 45 seconds left. We doing what? Oh, and voltage and all that? Maybe next week. Ah, man, I shouldn't have said that. 20 seconds to go. So, Church just ahead of Randall here. They're going to make it by for one more lap. This is going to decide who starts ninth and who starts 10th in the next race. They're both going to bump up.
Carter Garcia.
Oh, and Ryan sends it for a tumble. Church has 2 corners.
Andoni I. Ribaran done. Craig Oka done. Austin Church done. Ryan R. Randall
All right, that'll
done.
be a race, guys.
All
Church and
finished.
Randall make it to the next
Martin
main
Arroyo
event.
done.
All right, podium for this one is going to be Craig, Martin, Theo. Craig, Martin, Theo, make your way to the podium for a quick picture. You know, guys, I didn't think I was actually going to have to say this, but please, no earbuds while marshalling. No wired earbuds, that is.
Rohan Bungsal. Steve Loom.
All right, this is race number 4.
AJ Cardinale. King Arroyo. Ryan Vernally. Omar Man and Salsa. 1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, guys. So I do have to roll out a little bit
45
earlier
seconds
tonight.
to the
So
start of
limit
the
it
race.
after racing. Limit it to 1 pack after racing tonight. Practice
Grasshopper.
after racing. Yeah, well, you guys will have enough
30
time to do
seconds
1
to
pack
the
of
start of
practice
the
after
race.
racing tonight. I can give you guys that much, but that's it. That's all tonight.
"15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I may need some turn marshals out here,
Less
please.
than 5. Mike Council.
But yeah, guys, if you do stay for a pack after racing, make sure you're all packed up and good to go before you start doing practice. Please and thank you. All right, lineup for this one. Let's see. Where is Austin Church? All right, let's get Church across the start-finish line so I can get you added in. Also looking for turn marshals. Should have Craig, Martin, Theo, Carter, and Donnie. If I can get you guys out here, please.
Austin Church. Ryan R. Randall.
All right, lineup in this one. We got Omar 1, Steve 2, Art 3, Mike 4, David 5, Rohan 6, Ryan 7, King 8, Austin 9, Ryan 10. All right, we got some marshals out here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who am I missing? Let's see. Do I have... Okay, Craig's out there. Martin, Theo. Yeah, I'm missing somebody. I should have 2 over here. Who do I have over here? Andoni, okay. So I'm missing Carter. Carter, where are you? John, do me a solid. Just keep an eye on this little section here. Thank you. All right, folks, we are going racing in less than 5. All right, drivers, less than 5. And go ahead. Try blend back in. It's going to be Omar out front. Art in the 2. Council 3. Got Vernali right behind him. Leung and Bonsall side by side. Oh, need a little help on the left. Careful on the right, rather. Careful on the right, guys. All right, Omar in the 1 spot. 1.4 ahead of Mike. Got Mike 0.7 ahead of Ryan. Rohan up to the 4th spot, followed by Dave, then Steve. Yeah, 50 seconds down, 5:10 to go, drivers. Omar out front, driving the silver, orange, and blue. We got one down, 5 to go, drivers. Got him. 1:15 down, 4:45 left. So we got Omar out front, followed by Mike, Ryan, Rohan. Steve rounds out the top 5, followed by Austin King, Ryan, David, and Art. Careful up front, guys. Chicane up front. Be careful. We got 4:25 remaining here. Careful up front, guys. Careful up front. All clear. 150 down. We got Rohan now moving up to the 2 spot. So Omar now 0.6 ahead of Bonsall, who is 1.5 ahead of Vernali, 1.5 ahead of Council. Council just ahead of Leung. Those guys about 6 seconds ahead of the next pack. That's going to be Austin 0.3 ahead of King, who's 0.7 ahead of Art. 2:15 down, 3:45 left. Omar, Rohan, Ryan, followed by Steve, Mike, Austin, King, Art, David, Ryan. 2:30 down, 3:30 to go. Omar now 1.4 ahead of Rohan. Rohan 2 ahead of Steve. Steve about 2 feet ahead of Ryan. Now Ryan about 4 seconds up on Mike, who's about 3 up on Austin. Got one down in the rhythm section. Careful in the rhythm, guys, at the end. That's clearing up. Whoa, nice move, Ryan. Do it again. I dare you. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. And Rohan Bonsall to the top spot. Rohan and Omar making their way over that speed bump into the rhythm section. Coming up on some traffic here. Rohan 0.8 ahead of Omar. Trouble there, turn 1. Craig to your left, left, Craig. $2.25 to go. Oh, 2:20 left. So right now it's Omar, Steve, Rohan, Mike, Ryan, your top 5. Right now Omar's 2.3 ahead of Steve. Steve 1.2 ahead of Rohan. Rohan just ahead of Mike. Careful back straight. Oh, all clear. Oh, we got ourselves a battle for that final spot in the A-main. Right now it's Steve just ahead of Rohan and Mike. 1:45 remains in this one. $1.40 to go, drivers. Something happened to Omar there. And that is going to allow 2nd, 3rd, and 4th to close in. Got 1:30 to go, drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, all making their way onto the back straight. Minute 20 remains. Leaders now snake their way through the front chicane, over the middle speed bump, into the rhythm section. Omar feeling the heat. Little off trajectory there. Wow, Omar going from 1 to 4 in one quick swoop. We got just over a minute to go, drivers. Steve Leung out front. Council in the 2 being pursued very closely by Bonsall. 50 seconds left down the back straight. Whoa, and wow, somehow all 3 cars land on their wheels. That is something. So right now, Leung out front. Council in the 2, Bonsall 3, followed by Manansala. Careful at the speed bump, guys. Oh, careful. Got leaders coming up there, King. Thank you, sir. Good teamwork. 25 seconds left. Steve, Mike, Rohan, Omar still all have a shot at it here. Omar, oh, Rohan a little sideways there. 15 seconds left. Steve 1.2 ahead of Mike. Mike 1.9 ahead of Rohan. Trouble for Rohan. Oh, Ryan Vernali there.
Mike Council done.
Getting that
Vernally
position
done.
on Omar.
Omar Man and Salsa done. Rohan
All right,
Bunsal
so
done.
Steve Leung officially
Austin
on a
Church
victory
done.
lap here.
Ryan R. Randall
Good
done.
thing, too.
King Arroyo done. Grasshopper done.
So only car yet to finish
AJ
is your
Cardinale
leader.
done.
And he doesn't even have to finish this lap.
All drivers
All right,
are
that'll be a
finished.
race. Steve Leung, Mike
Steve Leung
Council
done.
making their way to the A-main event. Podium for this one will be Ryan, Omar, and Rohan. Rest of the order will be Art Austin, Ryan, David King. All right, race number 5, our 17.5 buggy A main event. This one's going to be Jovi, Antonio, Bryant, Martin, Brian, Jordan, Jeff, Kevin, Steve, and Mike.
Rice Cakes. Kevin Allen. Jovi Levin. Antonio Council. Martin White. Goompa. 1 minute to the start of the race. Jordan Rivera. Too Soon Jr. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, we got our marshals making their way to spots. Let's see, can I get a check from Mike Council as well, please? Sweet.
Steve Loom. Mike Council.
All right, so the lineup for this one, we're going to put Jovi on the 1, Antonio 2, Bryant 3, Martin 4, Brian 5, Jordan 6, Jeff 7, Kevin 8, Steve 9, Mike 10. Let's see, I should have more marshals than I know what to do with. Do I have 2 on this side over here? All right, that's good enough. Get you over here. Yeah. Gets kind of busy over here. All right, folks. We are going racing. Drivers, best of luck. Less than 5. Here we go. 11 leads them off. This is going to be a good one. Oh, man. Bryant in trouble. Oh, we got ourselves a battle out front. Council looking for a way. All right, 25 seconds in. 5:35 to go. This should be a good main event here. We're going to see who's going to drag who out to deep water. 40 seconds in. 11 just ahead of Council. Got the black, orange, and white battling against the all orange. We got 50 seconds in. All right, Jovi this time by 0.6 ahead of Antonio. Antonio 2.7 ahead of Marty. Marty 1.6 ahead of Brian. Brian 3 ahead of Kevin. Kevin rounding out the top 5 there. Got Bryant in the 6, 1 second back. Council in the 7, followed by Leong and Rabara. Minute 25 in, drivers 4:35 left. Right now, 11 and Council separated by just 0.7 of a second. That's Jovi's biggest lead all race long so far. 1:45 down, 4:15 remains. Race leaders coming up on some traffic. All right, 2 minutes down, 4 minutes remaining. All right, fast laps so far. We got 11 a 15.224, Council a 15.293, Mirafonte a 15.3, Gross 15.6, White 15.7, 2:15 down, 3:45 to go. Got a good battle here. White, Mirafonte, Gross duking it out for the 3 spot. Meanwhile, race leaders down the back straight. 0.7 apart, still the gap. These guys going lap for lap. 2:40 down, 3:20 to go. Oh, Council getting a little fishy there. He did regain control nicely, but that puts the lead at 1.3. That is Levin's biggest lead so far. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. All right, 3:10 down, 2:50 remaining. This time by, we got 11, 1.5 ahead of Council. Council 9 ahead of Gross. Gross 0.4 ahead of Mirafonte. Oh, Gross a little off trajectory there. Somehow making it out alive. Well, we got ourselves a battle for that 3 spot. Bryant, Martin, and Brian. Meanwhile, Jovi 11 now 1.7 is the gap. BG might have just gotten a do-over there. This is race number 5 on track. Got 21.5 up next. Four minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Got leaders coming up on some traffic now. The leader's going to be black, orange, white, as well as the all orange. We got 1:45 left in this one. Last time by, Antonio going 15.2. Bryant going 15.2. Okay, we got 1:35 left. Jovi, Antonio, Bryant, Martin, and Brian, your top 5, followed by Kevin, Mike, Jordan, Steve. Careful in the last double, guys. Careful in the last double. That is clear. 1:20 to go. Ah, 2 15-2s in a row here for Bryant Mirafuente. A minute 10 to go, drivers. One minute left. Oh. 50 seconds remaining, drivers. This time by 11.5 ahead of Council. Council 6.7 ahead of Mirafuente. Bryant 4.6 ahead of Martin. Martin 2.7 ahead of Brian. Brian 5 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 13 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 1.6 ahead of Mike. Mike 2.2 ahead of Steve. 30 seconds left, drivers. 21.5 Buggy is up next. And time has expired. When you cross the line, you'll be done.
Mike Council done. Kevin Allen done. Goompa done. Steve Lung done. Jovi Levin done. Martin White done. Rice Cakes done. All
That'll be a
drivers
race,
are
guys.
finished.
Your podium,
Antonio Council
Jovi
done.
Levin, Antonio Council, and Bryant Mirafuente. Rest of the order will be Martin, Brian, Kevin, Jordan, Mike, Steve, and Jeff. All right, we're moving on to 21.5. Julian, Jordan, Ryan, Steve, Theo, John, and Craig.
Julian Taylor. John Milio. 10 car Ted. Craig Oku. Ryan Vernally. Jordan Rivera. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, there's Steve. Looking for
30
turn
seconds to the start of
Marshalls.
the race.
Got all my drivers from that last group.
Steve Loom. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, looking for turn marshals.
Less than 5.
All right. The lineup for this one, we're going to put Julian on the 1 spot, Jordan on the 2. Ryan 3, Steve 4, Theo 5, John 6, and Craig 7. Has someone running boost out there? Which one? Oh, man. That's going to fade about the 4-minute mark. All right, guys. We're going racing. Less than 5. Here we go. This is 21.5 two-wheel buggy. The new stock. Oh, man. A little type in the middle. So, Jordan Rabara now out front. Got Ryan Vernali in the 2, Steve Leung in the 3. Craig Oku occupying the 4th spot. Julian right behind him. A little bit of teamwork there, it looked like. All right, 45 seconds in. So Julian has about 6 seconds to make up here. It's doable. This is a longer race than typical on a Friday night. Giving you guys the Wednesday night treatment in multiple regards, doing the NorCal Nationals format and going 6 minutes for these main events. By golly. Wednesday on a Friday. All right, a minute 15 down, 4:45 to go. You guys remember when they used to do like Monday Night Football on a different day of the week? Yeah, this is kind of like the same thing. Wednesday night racing on a Friday. 1:30 down, 4:30 to go. And we got ourselves a 2-spot battle there. Julian pulling ahead. Actually, that was for a 3. My bad. Trouble for Julian, but Steve, being a nice guy, turn marshaling him from the driver's stand. So Ryan now 5 seconds up on Jordan. Jordan 5 up on Julian. Julian 0.2 ahead of Steve. Now Steve 0.2 ahead of Julian. 2 minutes down, 4 minutes to go, drivers. Ryan Vernali out front. Oh, in trouble for Ryan. That's going to allow Jordan to the top spot. $2:25 in, $3:35 to go. So Jordan Rabara up by 2.7 seconds. Got Ryan 3.6 ahead of Julian. Julian 0.1 ahead of Steve last time by. 3:20 remaining. A little bit of trouble for one of our runners there. That's going to be Craig. A little more trouble. This time by Jordan a 17.2. He is 2 seconds ahead of Ryan. Ryan 4 seconds ahead of Julian. Julian 0.9 ahead of Steve. All right, 2:40 left in this one, drivers. $3:30 down, $2:30 to go. Jordan up by 4 seconds. Ryan ahead of Julian by 2.6. Julian 1.6 ahead of Steve. And in the sportsman category, we got John 2.7 ahead of Craig. Well, now 7.2 ahead of Craig. Craig at 9.6 ahead of Theo. We got 3:55 down, 2:05 to go. This is race number 6. Got one more man after this. We'll be going in the stadium truck up next. Jordan, Ryan, Julian, Steve, followed by John, Craig, and Theo. All right, we got Julian starting to gain some ground on Ryan here and making his way by. A little bobble there. That's going to allow Ryan back through. A minute 25 left. Oh, and Ryan having a little problem there. Able to escape from that one. Meanwhile, Steve Leung now making his way up to the 3 spot. 1:10 to go, drivers. One minute remains. The battle is on for that final podium spot. Steve versus Julian. The battle to watch right now. Trouble for your race leader. Well, Marshall gets there before second place does. 45 seconds remaining. So Jordan 5 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 3 ahead of Steve and Julian. Julian looking for a way by. Careful at the tabletop. 30 seconds left, drivers. 25 seconds to go. $15 seconds left. And battle for a third spot coming up on Theo there. 8 seconds left. This will be your last lap, drivers. Battle continues over the tabletop. Julian looking for a way around. Just has a few corners left. Opportunities are running out. Trouble for Steve in the rhythm section. And that is the break that Julian was looking for.
John Milio done. Jordan Rivera done.
That will be a race, drivers. Coming down to the final lap there. Jordan and Julian, your podium here. Steve, John, Craig, and Theo, your remaining order. All right, guys, moving on to race number 7. That'll be Brian, Jeff, Jordan, Carlos, John, Austin. This is Stadium Truck.
Rice cakes. Too soon, Junior. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race."
All right, guys, I'm going to need some turn marshals out here. 21-5 buggy. 21-5 buggy. I'm going to need you guys out here, turn marshal.
30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race."
All right, turn marshals are going to be Jordan, John, Ryan, Craig, Julian, Theo, Steve. Hey, guys, 21-5, can I get you all out here, please? Can I get you on track?
Jordan Rivera.
All right, I may need one more on the right side. Right side. I may need one more on the right side. All right, I got Steve, got Ryan, I got Theo, got Craig. Is Julian out there? Okay. Awesome. All right, well, if that's the case, we're good. All right. Brian on the 1, Jeff 2, Jordan 3, John on the 4. All right, down the 4 in Stadium Truck. All right, only a tough survive truck. We are going racing, less than 5. Here we go. BG leads them to the start. right, so BG half a second ahead of Jeff. Jeff is 3 seconds ahead of Jordan. Jordan 2 seconds ahead of John. Got 25 seconds in. Got the top 2 trucks starting to break away. 2-truck draft out front. Ah, in trouble for Jeff there, getting a little do-over. All right, we got 50 seconds down. 5:05, 4:05, 5:05, something like that. All right, we got BG just ahead of Jeff Miranda. Those guys are 4 seconds ahead of Jordan. Jordan, 0.6 ahead of John at the line, but looking more like about 2 seconds now. Survey says 2.4. BG has a bit of breathing room now. Last time by the line, it was 0.6. I guess 1.5. 1 second even. All right, we got a minute 35 down, 4:25 remaining here. BG gaining a little more ground here. Rabara gaining some ground too. Now, are these guys gaining ground or is Miranda losing ground? Got 2 minutes down, 4 minutes to go. You know, Miranda, looking at your truck, it looks like it needs a stiffer front spring. 2:10 down, 3:50 to go. Jeff, Brian, Jordan, followed by John. 2:25 in, 3:35 to go. Oh, got ourselves a battle here. Got Jeff and Jordan 3/10 apart at the line. This guy's about 3 seconds back from Brian. I don't think Brian's pushing very hard. His lap times have, well, to be honest with you, they've fallen off a cliff here. He does want to race. He's waiting for them. There we go. BG with the do-over. Because he's out here to party. BG is here to have fun. Trouble for Jeff. Oh, yeah. 2:40 remains, drivers. Oh, wow. Get off me. All right, so Jeff crashed, so I'm going to have to penalize Jordan and Brian. All right, Jeff's working his way back into this one. See? All right, 4 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Oh, boy. Surprise. Oh, we got Brian Gross doing donuts. Other side. All right, 1:40 remaining, drivers. A 1:30 remains. Rabar up by 1.2, Gross 0.9 ahead of Miranda. Got 1:20 left in this one, drivers. Oh, Miranda takes a tumble. All right, 55 seconds remain. Whoa. What happened? All right, 35 seconds left. Careful in turn 1. Oh. "25 seconds left, guys. Jordan and BG. Battle comes down to this. Oh, Jordan up on 2 wheels. Ending up on no wheels. 5 seconds left, drivers.
Rice Cakes done. Jordan
And
Rivera
they will
done.
get caught at the line.
Too Soon Jr. done.
Stadium Truck
John
putting on
Romeo done.
a show for the crowd here at NorCal Hobbies. All right, guys, that will conclude Friday Night Racing. Podium for this one, Brian, Jordan, and Jeff. Thank you guys for coming out. I hope to see you all again soon. There'll be no racing this Sunday because it is Easter. Yeah, I know. All right, guys. Yeah, we got boot camp coming up Tuesday, Wednesday night racing on, well, Wednesday. And Friday. We'll be doing it again Friday, guys. Have a good weekend. Hope to see you all again soon. Thank you, Art.